Hey everybody, welcome to Signal Hill. I thought we've got some visitors actually in Cape Town. It's actually Ingrid's aunt and her cousin from Germany. Just so happens we were actually going to miss them, but now sort of because we're staying longer, we got to meet up with them during this holiday, and so we brought them up to Signal Hill to get a good view of the city. So in the background, you can see over there, that's actually Table Mountain. And I think I might have expressed before, to give my orientation, that is, there we go, Lion's Head. So maybe in this angle you can see it looks more like a lion sitting down. And this place is very famous for paragliding. Paragliding or parasailing? Paragliding. So basically what they do is they launch off the parachutes from here, and then they land down at the bottom near an area called Sea Point. So I'm going to show you actually what that looks like. So this is a very popular spot. It's part of the Table Mountain Nature Reserve, and all along, so this entire park down here, and you can actually hike these trails all along here, and there's a pretty good view of the city. I'm sure you guys will be able to see that. So there is the city through the trees, and the rest of the family are on that side. So I'm going to take you guys over there and see what they're doing. I can't lie, we've been extremely lucky with the weather for the past few days. Today, especially because up here, because it's so high, obviously it's extremely windy. So I don't know if you're getting a lot of wind in there, in the video or in the noise, with the audio, sorry. But we'll have a look. So I'm walking on the other side now, and you guys can have a look and see what Table Mountain looks like. Alright, so now I was standing on that side earlier, so now just moved over across here, and as you can see, this is where they do the paragliding. And they're going to launch somebody off there in a second. Okay, I'll just give you the view from here in the meantime. I don't know how long it's going to take for them to get going. They're just doing their debrief. So there's beautiful Cape Town. What a great view from there, isn't it? It's amazing. Oh, here we go. I think they're off. Up, there goes the parachute, and off they run, off they run, off they run, and awesome. Okay, so just to give you some perspective on what we're looking at now, so the area just in front here, this part is called Sea Point. Then over here, around that point, this is what they call Mully Point, and then around this side here is what they call Green Point. And the island over there, as you get into focus, is the very famous Robben Island, where Nelson Mandela was held for 27 years. If you go to the right of that, actually, that's actually where we're staying. So this area around about there, I don't know if we can get it in focus. I move my finger, will it go in focus? There you go. So that area that I showed you there, that's actually where we're staying. So that's Blouberg. And the reason why they call it Blouberg, so when you look, you're actually looking towards the mountain over there, and you can actually see Table Mountain, which is this side. So we've just moved closer to the mountain now. Okay, let's go find the family. Alright. Okay, there's the fam behind me. We're making our way over to a good viewpoint for looking at the mountain. Kara's gone bundu bashing. Everybody say hi. Everyone wave, say hi.
Hi.
There we go. What? Let's go, let's see you. Hey, Kara's acting as the guide as always, trying to find a good lookout point. This is a good spot to catch the mountain because you get out of the line of the trees, and if you come to this point here, you get a good view of the mountain. So this is absolutely such a iconic landmark in the city, isn't it? Look at that, stunning. We woke up this morning, in fact, and you couldn't see, so there was just mist everywhere early morning, closer to our side anyway, so you couldn't see the mountain. But now it's afternoon, it's now, 12:13, and you can see now it's pretty clear. And at the back, there are clouds, and usually what happens is that the clouds actually come over the mountain and fold over, and that's actually called the tablecloth. We've already done the When in Cape Town taking a picture in front of Table Mountain thing, where they have this yellow frame. There's a familia at the back. Hello everybody. Wave. If you guys enjoy doing it, there are quite a few trails that you can take, and also those that are dog friendly, which is quite nice. Oh, the sign is wobbly. The screw missing. And then, oh, that's just for the parking lot. So the trail is down this way. I don't think we're doing the trail today because we're actually on our way to the waterfront to grab some lunch. And it's actually Tante Mary's birthday, so it's Ingrid's aunt's birthday. So just to give you perspective, let me flip this around. Alright, so as I said, this is Ingrid's aunt. This is her mother's sister, who's come here from Germany. So big shout out to the cousins over in Germany, to Klaus and Sabrina. Wish you guys were here. You guys should come. So let's have a look and see. Just hoping, please no snakes, please no snakes, please no snakes, please no snakes. Also, actually, besides snakes, one thing that this place is actually quite, I say, infamous for, is that it tends to burn here quite a bit. So you can see there's a lot of dry shrubs and things here, and I think you can actually see it. I'll flip it around quickly. Over here, it's a bit black and charred, so I think there might have been a fire here. But it's very common in the summertime for this to actually burn. But it's not uncommon, and it's in a way that it actually helps clear out the old vegetation, and new vegetation just grows in this. So it's actually quite beautiful. And there's a nice view again of Lion's Head. I don't know if you guys can see why they call it Lion's Head, but as I said before, it looks like a lion that's lying down. Sort of like in the Sphinx. You know how the Sphinx lies down? I think that's what it sort of looks like. And the more and more I look at it, it always does remind me of that. Anyway. Sounds like another parachute going up. Yep, there it is. Whew, off they go. The more and more I look at it, the more and more I want to do it. It does look like fun. Alright. Hey guys. Welcome to another video. There's a nice view of Lion's Head behind me. So therefore you mean we're still in Cape Town. So I'm actually in at the Table Mountain National Park. Table Mountain is behind me over there. There we go. We're actually going to go up Table Mountain today. Unfortunately not climbing it. I'd love to climb it today, but I'm with guests and family members, so, and Cara is going with us obviously. So we're just going to take the cable car up. But as is, it's so difficult to find parking on or near Table Mountain. So I had to park the car quite a far ways down. I dropped everybody off at the cable station, and now I'm just heading up this way. So I'm getting a bit of a hike in, which is quite nice. And it is a bit treacherous. There's a lot of cars behind me. But other than that, it's all good. Usually, we came here some time ago, and there was absolutely no parking along here. And we just came, but it was quite busy. But now I think we've gone well past the busy season of coming to Cape Town. And so it's a little bit easier. But usually what people tend to do is that you could perhaps park at the waterfront and take a taxi all the way up here, do your climb or do the cable car or whatever, and when you're done, you just head straight back down. Which is probably the better option to do, because there are taxis down here. There's actually one right there. And then take you back down to where you want to go. But driving yourself can be good, hit or miss, if you can't find parking. Luckily, we found parking today. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Would you be mine? Would you be my neighbor? Yep, this is my hometown. Alright, just taking a rest here on the mountain. You can see the beautiful view. Again, it's down there where Camps Bay is. Little one's crying in the background there. Where's my family sitting? There they are. Cara, wave. She just finished a huge ice cream and now she's just like... Bleh.
Now she wants the next thing already.
What's the next thing?
Wait, I need help here.
So the last time I actually came to Table Mountain, I walked up with my cousin Michelle from Australia, and we actually walked up from Kirstenbosch, which is back like 6 hours back that way. So you can actually walk all the way across Table Mountain and end at the cable station, which is down there somewhere. Yeah, and that was a pretty epic walk. Sorry, I just checked if I left anything. I sit next to my fam, see how it's going. And so I'll be moving back, guys.
Up to Table Mountain.
Back to Cape Town.
If you can find a good job, yeah.
And you can find some good work here. Anyone hiring, please watch my video. Please, I'm looking for a good job. So we can move back to Cape Town. We love it. Look at this weather.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. Warm.
And clean.
Yeah. By the end of this, English can be as brown as me.
Or red.
Yeah, that's how you start. Starts with red and then turns nice and brown.
Okay. Aber kannst ruhig irgendeine Zeit, okay? Hier ist im Umschlag. Wir laufen langsam zu.
Alright. Here's a pretty decent view of the city of Cape Town. You can see the football stadium over there, the head of the World Cup. So to give you a perspective of where we stay, we live right over there. Maybe over there. Or there. But somewhere along there. Robert! Right, the time up in the mountain is done, and now I get to walk all the way down to get the car and to go fetch everybody else. Stunning view of Cape Town. It's awesome. Say hello to the gentleman over here. Hello, sir. Just admiring the view. So yeah, again, I always talk about Lion's Head, but look how amazing it looks. Yeah, so we had a great time at Table Mountain. Pretty warm up there. So just to put you in perspective, if you are coming this way, you want to visit, it costs roughly 360. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it back there. There we go. So see it, full view. And get it in. There we go. So the cost of going up is 360 Rand. So if I could be wrong with my conversion in US dollars, but I'll just put it up here somewhere to show you exactly how much it costs in US dollars to go up the mountain. That's for a return trip, by the way. And the reason why that is because you can also take the option of hiking it if you wish. Normally people hike it up one way and take the cable car back, and I think then it's only 180. Now, I don't know if this is a South African thing, but I don't know if you've noticed, but in South Africa we really like white cars. So if you look, there's 1, 2, another white car, here's another white car coming up this way. Not sure why white is such a popular color, but a lot of people have white cars. Even the car that we've rented is white. I mean, we didn't choose the color, but it's the second car. The first one we had was like a, actually I don't even know what color that is. I want to say gunmetal. You can tell me, I don't know what color it is. I'll pop it up and you'll see. But yeah, see, another white car. Yeah, white cars are really popular here. Yeah, definitely less cars than there were before. As you can see, there's a lot more parking space now. So I think it is a lot cheaper to climb the mountain after lunchtime. And again, now it's end of February, close to March, and there's also not a lot of people. So it's sort of like the end of the high season, I want to say. I mean, it's still nice and warm. I think it's surprisingly warm. But yeah, this is like end of the high season. So my advice would be come sort of, mid to end of February, and you'll probably be able to get up the mountain. Last time we came, it was just super crowded, so we couldn't actually even get up. Well, I told you, we couldn't even find parking, so we just gave up. But this time around, it actually was pretty easy, except that I'm still hiking to try and find the car. And there she is. beautiful little white Polo. I must admit, I've actually also fallen in love with this car. So both cars, I've actually fallen in love with. This one is absolutely amazing. Like sorry, switch around. I always get the name wrong. I want to say it's a RAV. I called it the RAV4, but apparently it's called a RAV4. That one had all the specs needed. Oh, there goes a sightseeing bus. That is also, by the way, that is also a really good way to come see Table Mountain. Sorry, I'm switching arms. Because, again, you could pick that up in most parts in the city. And they will bring you up to the mountain. I better just cool the car down a bit first. So as I was saying about the car, by the way, this thing is awesome. So it's a really small car, but it has so much space. And I don't know what it is about VW, but their cars are built well. It's a really solidly made car. Like when you close the doors, they don't sort of rattle, nothing rattle, it just goes boom. There's a nice sound to it. The RAV4 was pretty much the same. It was also a really well built car. Had all the tech features you wanted in it, which was the best part about it. Like I think my favorite part and the big surprise that I found out about the car was the fact that it had the Qi charging, what do you want to call it, mat, built into the car. So actually I threw my phone into the part where I thought it was just for the change, and all of a sudden my phone started charging. I was like, whoa, that's really cool. So, and you could control, it was just an amazing car. So if I had to choose two cars that I'm going to buy for myself, the RAV4, and I think a Polo is nice, because it actually, believe it or not, it's small, but it's got so much space in it. But yeah, anyway, so I hope you enjoyed that little brief trip up Table Mountain and the videos, and I need to go get everybody because I am running late and they're waiting for me. So peace out, everybody. See you later. Bye-bye.